Are you prepared to embrace life's fullest potential even as you navigate your senior years? While aging certainly presents its challenges, did you know that your perspective and communication can dramatically impact your health, relationships, and overall satisfaction? In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore 3 critical phrases to avoid and, more importantly, how shifting your communication patterns can create a more rewarding and fulfilling life after 60. Why continue reading? Because the decisions you make today shape tomorrow's experiences. You'll discover how simple adjustments in your language and behaviors can significantly enhance your well-being, strengthen your relationships, and help you gracefully embrace the beauty of aging. By the time you finish reading, you'll have acquired both the mindset and practical strategies to make your golden years not merely manageable, but genuinely enjoyable. In the first section, we'll address the importance of mindful communication, beginning with how health-related complaints might actually be causing more harm than good. We'll explore shifting from complaining to acceptance while building mental resilience. You'll also learn why speaking negatively about your family members can gradually damage important relationships and what alternative approaches you can take. Additionally, we'll examine how repeatedly sharing the same stories can unintentionally anchor you in the past, preventing you from fully experiencing the present moment. Are you ready to develop a fresh perspective for a healthier, happier, and more connected life? Join us on this journey and discover practical steps that can lead to a more fulfilling future. If you appreciate this content, please show your support by sharing it with others who might benefit. Your feedback helps me create more valuable resources. If you connect with this topic, let me know with a comment. Now let's begin. Part 1. 3 things not to say. Don't complain excessively about your health as we grow older. Our bodies inevitably change, and it's difficult not to notice the effects. Advanced age often brings physical limitations, persistent discomfort, and chronic conditions that seem to appear unexpectedly like unwelcome visitors. It's tempting to voice frustrations about these changes. After all, who doesn't need to vent when things don't function as they once did? But have you ever considered whether constantly discussing health problems actually promotes healing, or if it simply pulls us deeper into a cycle of frustration and negativity? Could complaining actually worsen rather than improve our situation? We all recognize aging's challenges. It feels as though each morning brings another uncomfortable joint or another part of our body that doesn't operate as smoothly as before. Complaining in some ways expresses our feelings of helplessness and dissatisfaction with a body that no longer demonstrates the strength, flexibility, or resilience it once possessed. Let's be honest. It's difficult to maintain positivity when struggling with fatigue, back pain, or restless nights. But let's examine this from another angle. Does repeatedly discussing discomfort day after day truly make us feel better? Does it facilitate healing or bring peace? Or does it simply intensify negative thoughts, prolong frustration, and potentially burden those around us? The reality is that complaining often becomes habitual. It might provide momentary relief from accumulated frustration and discomfort. But I challenge you to consider this. Complaining, while temporarily relieving emotional pressure, resolves nothing. It frequently amplifies the very conditions we're trying to escape. Constantly discussing health issues doesn't alleviate pain or increase energy. It only feeds dissatisfaction, which over time grows and affects emotional well-being. That dissatisfaction doesn't magically resolve anything. It doesn't eliminate aches, reduce blood pressure, or heal wounds. What it does is burden the mind with additional negativity, preventing us from experiencing peace or joy. Acceptance represents the first step toward peace, and it's often the most challenging. Accepting that our bodies will naturally slow down and face limitations as we age is an essential part of this journey. Yes, it's a difficult truth to confront, but it's also an important one. Accepting life's natural progression doesn't mean surrendering to a miserable existence. Far from it. It means recognizing and embracing the reality that we aren't invincible, and that our bodies won't always function as they once did. And that's perfectly acceptable. The sooner we make peace with that, the sooner we stop resisting the inevitable, and begin finding comfort in what still works, and what we can still accomplish. Once we accept this truth, we free ourselves from constantly fighting against time. We begin to understand that the lines, wrinkles, stiff knees, and even the aches we feel aren't merely signs of decline. they're testimonies to the life we've lived. These changes evidence the experiences, lessons, and beautiful journey we've undertaken. Every wrinkle tells a story, every ache holds a memory of life well lived, and every step reminds us of the paths we've traveled. In accepting this, we shift focus from what's missing to appreciating what remains, the opportunity to still exist, to breathe, to witness sunrise, and to hear birdsong. And once we accept, we must take the next step, transforming our mindset. Instead of concentrating on ailments and yielding to complaints, we must actively redirect our thoughts. Ask yourself, what can I do today to improve my health? What small change might help me feel better? Replace complaining with small but powerful actions. Perhaps it's incorporating more vegetables into meals, taking short daily walks, or practicing deep breathing exercises to calm your mind. These small but significant changes can help regain a sense of control over health, which is vitally important. It's empowering to focus on what we can do rather than what we cannot. By embracing change and action, we breathe new life into ourselves. When we implement these positive changes and transform our mindset, we begin inspiring those around us. Instead of burdening family with complaints, we offer hope and positivity. Imagine telling loved ones, "I'm working to improve my health," rather than, "I'm feeling terrible." Imagine shifting focus from pain to progress. When discussing things we're doing to care for ourselves, we not only elevate our spirits but uplift those around us, becoming a source of inspiration rather than negativity. Gratitude plays a crucial role in this transformation. While it might sound cliched, gratitude represents a powerful tool for living peacefully and joyfully. We can remain grateful for small things even amid challenges. Be grateful for waking each morning. Thankful for family time, for sharing moments of love and laughter. The simple practice of focusing on gratitude can shift emotional states from despair to hope and resilience. The truth is that complaining affects not just ourselves, but ripples outward to those we love. Our family, friends, children, and grandchildren want us to be happy, content, and peaceful. They want us to enjoy remaining days and find joy regardless of bodily changes. When we constantly complain, we inadvertently burden their hearts too. Instead of bringing joy and light, we sometimes become sources of heaviness, the last thing we want for those we care about. Let's remember that our loved ones want to see us thriving, not merely surviving. They want us enjoying golden years, with love and laughter, not weighed down by negativity. Life represents a precious gift, especially in later years. While we cannot stop time or change inevitable aging challenges, we can choose our approach. We can choose to stop complaining and start embracing each day with gratitude, positivity, and love. Every new day offers an opportunity to shift mindset, take small actions toward better health, and live life fully. Don't let aging struggles rob you of deserved joy and peace. Release complaints and embrace life's beauty regardless of age. After all, the soul remains youthful regardless of bodily changes. Don't speak negatively about your family members or others. If you're still reading and finding these lessons valuable, please let me know you're still engaged. As we age, we often find ourselves with more time for reflection, observation, and sometimes dwelling on life's small moments. This newfound time can be both blessing and challenge as we reflect on past and navigate present circumstances. We sometimes unintentionally allow trivial family occurrences to dominate thoughts and eventually words. In the quiet of later years, it becomes easy to critique surrounding world, especially those closest to us like children and grandchildren. We might criticize from frustration, concern, or simply because we view the world through our own experiential lens. But how damaging this can be to sacred bonds of love and trust we've spent lifetimes building. Criticism, whether from genuine concern or emotional frustration, creates walls between hearts, between generations, and sometimes within our souls. Harsh words from those who've lived many decades can easily be misinterpreted by younger generations, breeding distance and hurt. I've witnessed this firsthand, how well-intended remarks meant to help can damage a child's or grandchild's spirit. Here we must pause and reflect. It's vital to remember that our grandchildren's world differs vastly from our experience. Instead of fostering understanding, Criticism leaves them feeling unloved, misunderstood, and inadequate, constantly failing to meet some unspoken standard. It breaks my heart considering how often this happens when carefully chosen words could offer supportive love instead. When we habitually speak poorly of others, we open doors to negativity floods. This negativity self-perpetuates. One critical thought leads to another until we constantly seek faults, missing others' beauty because we're fixated on shortcomings. In doing so, we lose something precious. Not just heart peace, but connection with those we most love. The very act of criticizing drives wedges between us and those we cherish, pushing them away and making them reluctant to be near us. I've felt that slow, painful drift. It's isolating, heartbreaking, and ultimately unnecessary. Here's a truth I've embraced more deeply with age. Nobody achieves perfection. Not our children, grandchildren, nor ourselves. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and that's acceptable. We're all growing, learning, and navigating this complicated life. So rather than criticizing, why not encourage? Imagine our impact if, instead of highlighting faults, we chose to elevate others. A kind word or gentle nudge can redirect someone's day, week, or even life. Instead of saying, "You never listen when working," try, "I know you can do better with focused attention." The difference between these statements is profound. The first erects walls. The second opens doors. I've discovered that when I stop speaking poorly of others, especially loved ones, I feel lighter, freer, more internally peaceful. It's like lifting a heart burden. Focusing on good, even in small things, brings joy. I find myself treasuring quiet family moments, listening lovingly, watching grandchildren grow with deep pride. There's tremendous beauty in everyday life, and when we stop clouding thoughts with judgment, we see it everywhere. A home filled with laughter, kindness, and love doesn't happen accidentally. It results from conscious choices, tender words, and open, accepting hearts. When we choose not to speak poorly of children, grandchildren, or others, we plant peace seeds, understanding seeds, and most importantly, love seeds. Ultimately, maintaining family harmony isn't just about peacekeeping. It's about nourishing loved ones' souls. The joy and serenity we create within homes stays with us, providing energy and strength to face later years purposefully and meaningfully. So, let's carefully choose words, for within them lies power to heal, uplift, and create lasting legacies of love and connection. Don't continuously repeat. Old stories, old age, naturally brings retrospection. Our minds flood with sweet memories, heroic moments, and painful losses. These memories, both joyous and sorrowful, become constant companions shaping our essence. They represent our journey, each turn revealing celebrated victories, fought battles, and learned lessons. But I ask, does constantly retelling these stories, these past fragments, truly bring peace and happiness? Or do they inadvertently distance us from present richness? Sometimes revisiting the past seems to affirm worth, seek recognition, or escape present weight. We might repeat youth stories, how we worked tirelessly, raised children, or overcame hardships. These stories are undeniably beautiful journey, parts worth cherishing. But when repeatedly recounted, we must ask, are these stories captivating listeners, or are they receiving polite acknowledgments? When habitually repeating old stories, especially to younger generations like grandchildren or friends, we may unintentionally create monotony. Stories once significant to us may begin feeling stale and irrelevant to others, disconnected from their current lives and experiences. This creates emotional gaps, even without our awareness. What we desire, appreciation, connection, understanding, can become fatiguing for those merely listening politely. It's heartbreaking to think our precious memories, those life-defining moments, might get lost in repetition seas. Here's a truth we must face. Dwelling excessively in the past robs us of fully appreciating present moments. The past, whether beautiful or sorrowful, is complete. We cannot change or relive it, and constant shadow dwelling won't bring lasting joy. The present, however, is a gift, a precious moment to hold with all its potential for happiness, connection, and peace. But if forever anchored in past events, how can we truly live? How can we fully embrace what's before us? Reflect momentarily. How often have you sat with grandchildren or loved ones only to realize you spent more time discussing past hardships than listening to their stories, laughter, and experiences? How many family meals have passed while your mind wandered back to struggle memories and pain? The past matters. It holds growth lessons. But the present is where life unfolds, where real magic happens. To live fully, we must release what no longer serves us. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to gratefully honor the past rather than fearfully or habitually clinging to it. The past should be a foundation for building our present, not chains shackling us to no longer nourishing memories. How do we break this repetition cycle? Begin by telling stories differently, with deeper meaning. Rather than merely recounting, actions share gained wisdom. Instead of saying, "In my day, I worked tirelessly supporting the whole family," try, "Through hard work, I learned that love and perseverance truly foundation happy, fulfilling lives." These lessons, the emotional truths behind stories, will captivate and connect us with others, creating lasting bonds. Sharing these insights doesn't just preserve memories, it enriches listeners, giving them something to carry forward. Another way to stop past repetition is shifting attention from what's behind to what's ahead. Look around and discover exciting, new things. Find joy in previously unnoticed small moments or adopt invigorating new hobbies. These small actions won't just enhance life enjoyment. They'll revitalize relationships, creating connections built on present moments rather than old memories. Life isn't defined by what's already lived, but by what we choose to live now. The past shaped us, but the present holds true happiness promise. So let old stories rest. Stop continuous rehashing and instead create new memories, experiences, and chapters to share. Life continues unfolding, and each day presents opportunities to write meaning-filled, loving, joyful stories. Your memories should propel you forward like sailwind, not anchor you in long-gone times. There remains so much beauty and experience awaiting you. Let every moment become part of the continuing story. As you do, you'll find yourself not only living your best life but creating atmospheres of love, peace, and excitement for others too. This is your time. Don't let it slip away in no longer serving memory shadows. Choose to live, choose presence, choose joy. Part 2. 3 Things Not to Do. Don't isolate yourself as we age. Solitude's pull strengthens. The world's noise, life's busyness, the constant rush, all seem overwhelming, creating desires to retreat into quiet spaces where we can simply breathe. It's natural to crave quiet, peaceful moments away from everything, but dear friend, we must be cautious. What begins as solitude can easily become isolation. Gradually, we withdraw, limit interactions, avoid conversations, and disconnect from those who care about us. What starts as simple rest needs can become dangerous isolation habits, with profound consequences for mental and physical health and overall happiness. Let's pause and reflect. As humans, we're born with innate connection, desires. We're social creatures wired for interaction. This need doesn't magically disappear with age. Our hearts and minds still crave relationships, shared moments, and the warmth from simply being with others. This truth cannot be ignored. When choosing isolation, we close ourselves to the very things that nurture us: companionship, support, and empathy, essentials for maintaining mental well-being as we age. Here's the heartbreaking part. Many elderly people feel their value has vanished with passing years. They believe that because they're no longer as physically vibrant or useful, they no longer belong. They feel burdensome, invisible to younger generations, and this belief drives further retreat into themselves. My friend, this represents tragedy. I cannot emphasize enough. Your worth doesn't fade with age. The wisdom, experiences, and lessons gathered over years are priceless treasures only you can offer. These gifts can guide younger generations through life's challenges gracefully. Your life holds meaning with much to share. If only you open your heart. Imagine momentarily what would happen if you completely shut yourself off, living every day alone without outside world connections. How would you feel? How would your mind unravel in silence? Studies repeatedly show that social isolation significantly causes depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Without others' comforting presence, minds spiral into negative thoughts and loneliness feelings that increasingly burden each day. If you're still reading and finding these lessons valuable, please let me know you remain engaged. But there's hope. Connecting with others, family, friends, even strangers, has incredible healing power. When talking with loved ones, laughing together, sharing stories, you create soul-nourishing bonds. This keeps you grounded, lifts spirits, and even maintains physical health. Socializing reduces stress levels, improves sleep quality, and enhances heart health. Science clearly shows connection extends lifespan and improves life quality. So take that step today. Greet the person beside you, ask about their well-being, share something heartfelt. You might be surprised how good reconnecting feels, rekindling love and laughter sparks. Life is a journey, and regardless of past years, you're still on it. Connection bridges help navigate ups and downs, challenges and joys, and you deserve to walk that bridge with high head and open heart. Don't neglect your health. Old age inevitably comes, but should never sentence us to decline. As we age, our bodies lose the flexibility and vitality we once took for granted. Familiar aches, high blood pressure, heart problems, and countless other health challenges can make life seem more difficult. It's tempting to view these struggles as normal aging parts, but here's the truth. While aging is unavoidable, the life quality experienced in later years remains completely within control. How you care for yourself today determines how you'll feel tomorrow and thereafter. Health, dear friend. Foundation's everything truly important. You may have accumulated wealth and wonderful loving family, but without good health, what good are these blessings? How can you truly enjoy important moments, sharing grandchildren's laughter, feeling partner's warm touch, or enjoying quiet sunsets, if your body aches or constantly limits you? Neglecting health doesn't just affect you, it burdens those who care about you. Your loved ones worry about you and suffer alongside you. Health isn't just about living longer, it's about living joyfully, vitally, and with ability to cherish life's simplest moments. I know many older adults believe it's too late to start healthcare, that everything declines from here. But that couldn't be further from truth. It's never too late, regardless of past years. You possess power to improve health. Small, consistent changes, daily walks, or healthier food choices can profoundly affect well-being. Don't fall into thinking you can't make differences anymore. Scientific studies prove that maintaining healthy lifestyles dramatically reduces risks of cardiovascular issues, diabetes, and cognitive decline, all common among older adults. One of the most heartbreaking sights is older adults dismissing small health issues. A seemingly harmless backache or sleepless night, when ignored, can escalate into serious conditions. Our minds often dismiss these as unimportant, but in reality, they're warning signs demanding attention. Regular doctor checkups are vital and needn't be stressful or intimidating. This simple prevention act could save unnecessary future pain and suffering. Let's not forget nutrition importance. Many older adults continue eating the same foods from younger years, although their bodies now need different nutrition. It's heartbreaking watching someone cling to no longer beneficial habits. Aging bodies require more vitamins, minerals, and fiber, so ensure plates contain vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Try adding healthier protein sources like fish, beans, and low-fat dairy while reducing foods high in sugar, salt, and saturated fats. These simple changes dramatically improve daily feelings and self-perception. Exercise represents another crucial aging health aspect, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Many may feel their bodies too fragile for exercise, but truth is, even gentle activities like walking, gardening, or light stretching wonderfully benefit body and mind. Daily body movement needn't be intense to be beneficial. It improves heart health, maintains joint flexibility, and boosts mood. Just 30 minutes of light daily activity starts improving physical and emotional well-being. Mental health equals physical health importance, especially when aging. Easily falling into loneliness, sadness, or future worry, remember that mental and emotional well-being matches physical health importance. Prolonged anxiety or isolation feelings can cause depression, robbing energy, joy, and will to live. That's why I urge making time for happiness-bringing activities, whether friend chats, local club participation, or simply enjoying good books. Mindfulness meditation or yoga practice can also calm minds and restore heart peace. Finally, remember, healthcare isn't burdensome. It's self-love. When investing in health, you're not just adding years to life, but life to years. You're giving yourself the priceless opportunity to enjoy family time, watch grandchildren grow, and experience the world with grateful hearts. Health isn't just self-gifting, it's the most precious gift for loved ones. They want you present as long as possible, living your best possible life. Don't use old age as health neglect excuse. Use it as motivation to show yourself deserved love and care. It's never too late to begin, and every small step taken today leads to brighter, more fulfilling tomorrows. So make that doctor appointment. Eat more nutritious foods, get moving, and care for mental well-being. Your health represents your most valuable asset. Time to treat it accordingly. Don't overspend or be overly frugal old age, a time many envision filled with relaxation, freedom, and enjoying rewards from years of hard work, often brings unexpected challenges, particularly regarding finance management. Many believe they no longer need money worries, having spent decades diligently saving for retirement, yet the reality is far more complex. The reality of managing finances in golden years demands more than just having survival means. It requires wisdom, balance, and careful thought. The two extremes, overspending and extreme frugality, can both drain joy and peace from later years. Overspending often stems from misplaced desire, the urge to indulge in things we believe will compensate for years of hard work and sacrifice. After lifetime struggles, it's easy to fall into treating ourselves to lavish vacations, expensive purchases, or high-risk investments, hoping to recapture lost time or experiences. While there's nothing inherently wrong with enjoying some luxury, if financially able, ask yourself, will this bring lasting value to my life? Or is it merely fleeting pleasure? Will the joy from that new gadget or extravagant trip last? Or will it fade, leaving you wanting more? Conversely, extreme frugality often stems from fears of outliving savings or becoming burdens to children. You might tighten purse strings until even basic needs like food, healthcare, and self-care become unaffordable luxuries. But dear friend, this approach equally damages overspending. Life in later years shouldn't be dry, joyless existence ruled by fear and deprivation. It should be a time enjoying your labor's fruits, connecting with loved ones, and living peacefully. When cutting all pleasures, you rob yourself of small joys, making life worthwhile. So how do we find that sweet middle spot? That golden balance between unnecessary splurging and joy sacrificing? First step, be honestly real about your financial situation. Take stock of resources, pension, savings, and any family support. Then outline essential expenses, food, utilities, medications, and healthcare. By knowing exactly what maintaining comfortable, healthy life requires, you'll be better equipped for informed, thoughtful decisions about spending. Remember, later years aren't times to chase valueless things. While new smartphones or expensive wardrobes might provide momentary rushes, they won't bring lasting contentment. Instead, ask what truly matters. What will nourish my soul long-term? Invest resources in meaningful, lasting experiences. Imagine visiting grandchildren, engaging in joy-bringing activities, or participating in local community events fostering connection. These moments will fill your heart with cherished memories. Don't forget one of the wisest uses of money in old age: investing in health. Set aside income portions for regular checkups, nutritious meals, and physical activities, keeping you strong and vibrant. Good health foundations everything, allowing continued life enjoyment while minimizing expensive medical emergency risks. Another important consideration: helping family, children, and grandchildren. It's natural wanting to share wealth with them, supporting from love and affection. But be cautious, never feeling obligated to give beyond means. Your children and grandchildren will appreciate your time, wisdom, and presence far more than material gifts. Be mindful of your needs first: financial stability, health, peace of mind. If spreading yourself too thin, you won't fully support anyone and may end feeling resentful or drained. If you're still reading and finding these lessons valuable, please let me know you remain engaged. Old age needn't be synonymous with high expenses or extravagant lifestyles. Instead, happiness resides in simplest things: afternoon walk joys, meaningful old friend conversations, or peace from enjoying good books. Small, inexpensive pleasures can provide far more satisfaction than imagined. By participating in senior catering, activities, and social groups, you not only enhance mental well-being but also open doors to like-minded individual friendships, combating loneliness and isolation. Lastly, many elderly people worry about leaving material wealth for children or grandchildren. But the greatest legacy isn't money. It's love, wisdom, and well-lived life lessons. What you share with loved ones, experiences, stories, laughter, represents priceless treasures beyond purchase. Take time passing down learned lessons, wish you had received advice, and life-shaping stories. This is true inheritance, outlasting any financial gift. My dear friend, managing finances in old age certainly challenges but isn't impossible. Finding balance is key. Don't let money become stress sources or burdens. Let it become life-enhancing tools, enabling time spending on most important things. Part 3. 3 places to avoid. Avoid excessively noisy or chaotic places. As we age, our desires shift. We long for simplicity, peace moments, stable health, and lives free from noise and constant rush that once seemed unavoidable. Our younger years' relentless pace often blinds us to quietness value, calm, taking things slowly. Only with age do we truly appreciate profound peace beauty, not just mentally, but environmentally. Unfortunately, many fail to realize how profoundly environments impact mental and physical well-being. Noise, chaos, and disorder aren't mere annoyances. They can be dangerous, especially as we age. Entering later years, our bodies become less resilient, our minds less able to adapt to once tolerated overstimulation. External factor sensitivity increases, and things once seeming minor inconveniences, loud sounds, or crowded, bustling places, can seriously toll health. It's easily overlooked, but these disturbances' cumulative effects reach far. The stress, exhaustion, and overwhelmed feelings slowly erode the peaceful existence our golden years deserve. It might not be immediately obvious, but day by day, noise and disorder accumulate, draining energy, heightening stress, and impacting well-being. Research clearly shows loud noises can raise blood pressure, contribute to stress, and disturb sleep patterns. For older adults, consequences pronounce even more because bodies simply don't bounce back like before. What was once minor inconvenience now becomes major concern. Concentration ability diminishes, irritability emerges, and mental clarity fades, leaving us feeling drained, anxious, and unable to experience deserved joy in later years. Additionally, chaotic, crowded places present physical hazards. Navigating through people's seas becomes obstacle courses with increased fall and accident risks. For seniors, simple falls can have severe consequences. Something as minor as tripping can have long-lasting health effects taking months or years for recovery. But it's not just physical risks concerning. Minds suffer equally in noise-dominated, disarrayed environments. Peace of mind becomes almost impossible to maintain. Anxiety, frustration, and fatigue take over, making clear thinking or surrounding beauty and calm focusing incredibly difficult. For older adults, maintaining emotional stability and mental peace is essential, not just for life quality, but overall health. That's why peace isn't luxury, it's necessity. It's not just feeling, it's healing. Peace calms bodies, stabilizes heart rates, regulates blood pressure, and allows minds to rest and rejuvenate. It's like soul balm, bringing clarity and balance back into lives. In quiet spaces, we reconnect with ourselves and surrounding worlds, more deeply and meaningfully. Old age is time to savor gentler, more fulfilling life aspects. We've worked hard, sacrificed much, and navigated countless challenges. Now is time to step back and embrace world's quiet beauty. Instead of venturing into loud, stressful places, seek environments soothing your spirit, whether peaceful parks, tranquil libraries, or cozy cafes where you can hear thoughts without the world's constant hum pressing in. These spaces invite peace, comfort, and connection sense, not just with nature, but with the healing stillness. When considering entering new environments, ask yourself, Will this place truly benefit me? Will it bring peace or add to noise and life strain? Our golden years should fill with joy and serenity moments, and choosing right environments represents one of the simplest yet most impactful ways to achieve that. So when in doubt, opt for quiet spaces. Places with open air, lush greenery, and minimal noise provide perfect sanctuaries for reflection and relaxation. Parks, lakes, or even peaceful suburban areas offer opportunities to slow down and savor life's simplicity. Conversely, crowded, bustling areas, busy shopping malls, packed markets, chaotic events should be avoided whenever possible. If you must go, try visiting during calmer times, when crowds thin and chaos lessens. Above all, seek natural environments. Nature holds immense healing power. Woodland strolls, quiet beach moments, or simply sitting beneath tree shade in small gardens can wonderfully benefit your soul. In these tranquility moments, we reconnect, recharge, and truly embrace the peacefulness we all deserve. Avoid places unsuitable for your health. As we age, our most precious treasure becomes health, the solid foundation allowing truly enjoying beauty and serenity in later years. We dream of living those years with peace, happiness, and comfort, but often overlook simple yet crucial decisions shaping daily experiences, especially regarding places we visit. It's easy forgetting our bodies lack youth's resilience and that single unsuitable place visits can toll well-being, making golden years anything but joyful. As we grow older, bodies become more vulnerable. Youth's strength and energy fade, and aging changes, whether in bones, hearts, or lungs, make us more sensitive to surroundings. Our ability to cope with weather conditions, rough terrain, or even breathed air becomes compromised. We can no longer be as carefree when exploring unfamiliar places. For example, high-altitude areas with thin air and lower oxygen levels aren't just uncomfortable. They can be dangerous with heart problems or high blood pressure. Trips to these heights can leave you dizzy, breathless, or with throbbing headaches. Let's not forget climate extremes. Whether scorching desert heat or mountain cold, both can wreak bodily havoc, triggering heat stroke or unexpected chills leading to severe colds, leaving you exhausted and unwell. Then there's bustling places, chaos and congestion, markets, festivals, crowded outdoor events. These may seem fun and lively, but can nightmare older adults. The sheer people numbers, noise, and hurried pace can overwhelm. Falling or bumping risks become too real. The physical and emotional strain navigating these spaces can drain, leaving you mentally fatigued and physically worn. The control lack in such environments can make you feel vulnerable, unsafe, and anxious. That's not how retirement should feel. We deserve peace and tranquility spaces, not stress. Perhaps one of the most critical, often overlooked factors is medical care accessibility. Health emergencies can strike any time, and risks increase with age. What happens in remote areas without medical facilities? What if you suddenly experience chest pain, breathing difficulty, or any other serious condition? Being far from hospitals or emergency services could make life or death differences. Imagine the panic, helplessness, regret you'd feel if your body couldn't receive desperately needed care just because you were somewhere help was miles away. I believe in our later years we should prioritize safety and health above all. We need mindfulness about visited places and avoid situations compromising well-being. Our time in this world is precious. Every moment should be spent comfortably, surrounded by care, in health-supporting environments. Instead of chasing risky adventures, let's focus on enjoying peaceful, fulfilling experiences in nurturing places. After all, health is our greatest gift, deserving protection at all costs. Avoid places with high safety risks. As we grow older, life adopts new, quieter rhythms. Youth's rush fades, replaced by longing for peace, tranquility, and simple everyday joys. Our health, once resilient and strong, becomes delicate treasure requiring careful protection. Adventure and uncertainty days may have passed, but that doesn't mean stopping living. It means living more mindfully, cherishing each moment, making choices honoring existence's preciousness. One important way is avoiding places carrying high safety risks, places unknowingly threatening our physical and emotional well-being. As we age, our bodies no longer bounce back like before. Youth's resilience gives way to vulnerability, exposing us to surrounding dangers. It's hard ignoring that bodies once strong and quick now take longer recovering from even minor setbacks. That's why knowing where we go and what environments we expose ourselves to is crucial. Unsafe locations, whether crime-ridden, overcrowded, or polluted, can disproportionately harm older adults. The last thing needed is situations where simple missteps result in far worse outcomes. Consider high crime rate areas where older adults become easy theft, scam, or worse targets. Criminals often view us as vulnerable, easy marks for unscrupulous ways. They know we may lack strength to fight back or quick reflexes for self-protection. The thought of being targeted because of age unsettles, yet represents harsh reality. Many seniors face. It's heartbreaking thinking about our world-placed trust only to have it shattered by those seeking to take advantage. If you're still reading and finding these lessons valuable, please let me know you remain engaged. Then there are crowded, bustling spaces, busy markets, festivals, or poorly organized public events. At first glance, these might seem vibrant life celebrations, but often contain hidden dangers, jostling crowds, people rushing all directions, and too many people in too small spaces, creating perfect accident storms. While younger individuals might consider falls minor inconveniences, for seniors they can be catastrophic. Single missteps can lead to fractures, sprained ankles, or worse, forever changing mobility, independence, and self-sense. No one should face such vulnerability in what should be safe, enjoyable environments. Environmental hazards also heavily impact well-being. Polluted areas, loud construction sites, and spaces with constant noise pollution do more than irritate senses. They silently chip away at health, causing respiratory problems, stress, and anxiety. These environments toll on physical and mental well-being is profound and often unnoticed until damage occurs. A person's peace of mind is delicate, easily disturbed. Another key concern: lack of accessible healthcare in remote areas. It's important acknowledging health's unpredictable nature as we age. Bodies can instantly change, medical emergencies arising unexpectedly. Heart attacks, sudden breathing difficulty, or fall-induced concussions. These moments demand immediate attention. In places far from medical services or emergency support, treatment delay consequences can be dire. The help absence in crisis moments is burdensome no one should carry. So how can we continue enjoying life while safeguarding health and happiness? First and foremost, research is key. Before heading to any destination, take time learning about area safety and security. Discover available resources regarding medical care and general safety. If uncertain, don't hesitate asking family members or trusted friends for advice. You should feel confident about visited places, knowing they align with health needs and offer deserved security. Additionally, seek quieter, more peaceful spaces. Instead of chaotic market ventures, perhaps quiet cafes or peaceful parks would offer the kind of serenity supporting well-being. Look for senior-friendly community groups or clubs where you can enjoy social activities in safe, supportive environments. When surrounded by people understanding your needs, you can relax and enjoy time without fear or stress. Having companions can make all differences. There's comfort knowing someone stands beside you, ready to help if things go wrong. If going out alone, always inform someone about your destination and expected return. A fully charged phone with saved emergency numbers represents invaluable tools. It might seem small, but during uncertainty moments it can provide peace of mind and confidence facing the world. Ultimately, life is about balance. We must continue living and exploring, but we also have responsibility caring for ourselves and prioritizing safety. Our bodies may not be as resilient as before, but our ability making wise choices and seeking right places and people remains powerful tools ensuring golden years enjoyment. It's about embracing life's beauty while protecting our most precious possession, ourselves. As we've explored today, the choices we make about where we spend time and energy can profoundly impact health, safety, and overall well-being as we age. Whether avoiding risky environments, choosing quieter spaces, or ensuring we're always prepared for emergencies, our golden years are meant for peace of mind and joy. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to practice in your life? Please share your thoughts. If you found this guide helpful, Don't forget to share it with others who might benefit. We appreciate your support, and will continue bringing more tips for living fulfilling, healthy lives as we age. Thanks for reading.